Hey Kodash, welcome to the stream. You're always early, I noticed. Hope you're doing fine. I hope you got some nice weather over there. Starts to become hot out here. Nice weather, okay, that is good to hear. Are you watching soccer? Are you a soccer fan? I'm gonna, by the way, first do the 30 minutes for today's stream, and then I would like to do the weekly. And of course the 30 minutes has changed into a daily. Just need to get used to that. Just setting up the text file. And then for this week we're going to continue the hardware supplies, and for next week we're going to do something special because 3D Bubbles and Berkelmeer, excuse me, had some cool ideas. These ideas will be combined with the weekly, so it will be forced. After that, we're gonna do Turtle's ideas. Turtle had been sending in a ton of ideas, which I really appreciate. It's really kind that he took his time to give a lot of subjects, a lot of ideas. That is very cool. Of course, other people have been doing this too, but this guy just jammed in a whole list of stuff, and it's really cool to see that people are willing to join the community this much. Soccer. You like playing soccer? Are you watching soccer? Like Europe Cup? Or maybe you like to watch Copa Cup. I believe that is South American. I'm not very good at that one, but yeah, there are multiple soccer matches happening at the moment. Today I believe it is Russia against Finland. Russia has 1 point at this moment, I can tell. Alright, we're gonna wait a couple more minutes to see some more people popping up in the chat, and then we're gonna watch at the entries of the daily with weapons. Seen a lot of cool entries. Yeah. And who are you supporting? Which country? Or which club? I see 3D Bubbles, welcome to the stream. I'm gonna start off in 3 minutes. Make sure you got enough water, because it's bloody hot today. Tomorrow it's even getting more hotter. Which is bad, because the Netherlands have to play tomorrow. Let me see against who. I believe Switzerland, I'm not sure. And they need to play in their own stadium in the Netherlands. It's Austrich. I see, okay. I like to watch soccer. I have missed a couple matches, but that's okay. The code is supporting Spain. Let me see. I believe they've been playing against Sweden. I seen that match. 0-0. Which is okay. No lose, no win. Okay, 2 more minutes. Let me see. I need to redo the. Also about the voting system for the future, I will add 1 hour of entry time before I'm putting up the voting. Just in case someone is late. Normally when I do a stream, I always wait until the end, which will give people 30 to 1 hour of extra time. So when the deadline arrives for the stream, I'll wait 1 hour before putting in the vote. And if the vote is there, yeah, people who are too late have bad luck. They cannot join in because I cannot just cram in another person in here. This was actually, for example, by adding 3D bubbles in there, just to show people that it's gonna be a very difficult thing, and certain votes had to take away and people had to re-vote. It is way too much work. And yeah, it will just be common sense that after 1 hour from the streaming time deadline, yeah, just make sure you join up, which will be 1 hour after this time, which is actually today. But for today we're gonna do first 30 minutes, and after that we're gonna do the weekly, so people will have some extra time to be late. Austria versus Netherlands tomorrow, yeah, definitely. I don't know if the Netherlands will win. Austria is not a bad country, as in soccer. Let me see, Austria. Let me see. They played before to North Macedonia, but you know, I'll doubt that North Macedonia will be not the last one in the yeah, in the club of Austria, Netherlands, and what is the other one? Ukraine. Alright, enough about that. People don't like soccer, and I understand. I normally don't like soccer too. I only like Euro Cup and World Cups. Anything else I really don't care. Alright. Last week we have been doing swords. This week I couldn't stream on Monday because I had to move some stuff. I knew it would happen. I didn't know which day and which time it would happen, so I really had to move some stuff. So it's done now. For last week, Monday, weapons, we started off with swords. The first one is Sergey. Sergey says sword based on Gazitter art. I probably don't pronounce it the right way, but that's okay. I'm just going to, search for an image or something. I really like to work with images because I don't know everything, of course. I see what's going on there. So this person makes more simplistic type of art. Very nice colors. Let me just put it up in the screen. I think it's this type of deal. His name is standing everywhere. Here we have like a sample for the sword. It's very big, very simple, very nice colors. More people seem to be a fan of it. I right away like the colors in this one. A nice balance of colors, very good. The sword has a very nice model. It has the eye in there as a reference. That's very good. And the pointy point down at the bottom, it's a little bit different. No points at the side, but that's okay. It is a fan art. Simple. Does what it needs to do. And a little small touch here with the laces, as I like to call it, because I don't know what else to call that. Very good. I like it. Simplism always does it at me. I see Santa, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing fine. I hope the weather is nice. Then we're gonna go to Slot. Slot says texturing's hard. I'm gonna try and learn it a different day. That is fine. Texturing is indeed difficult if you don't know how to do it. But your model sword definitely looks very nice. I like it. I've seen you asking for help in the chat. Sergey tried to be helpful. Sergey is can be harsh with words, you know, but he meant it well. He always meant it well. He wants you to be good, so yeah. But I like the sword. It would only be nice if there was a little bit more a different type of background with light, so we can really see more of the handle, because I've got an idea there is a nice smooth bend in here, which is very nice. The protection looks good. For me this looks good. It is simplistic without colors, and that's fine. No texturing is fine. The 30 minutes now takes like 24 hours, so you got a lot of time to learn some tutorials and then add it to your work. You can also just use simplistic kind of colors without texturing at first, and later on learn some texturing like scratches, maybe leather effect or stuff like that. But it's really nice. Is this a saber? Saber, let me just type that in. It seemed like it's a saber. It also showed different type of pictures, and this is the problem with me. Like my English isn't 100%, so it shows like a different type of sword when I type in a saber. Here it says saber. So but the most pictures here show perfectly the model that has been made. That is where I base my things onto. Definitely. If something isn't correct, I'm always willing to change it without arguing and without saying that things is bad, because people can make mistakes. We shouldn't be too difficult on that. And then we're gonna go to Santa is real, isn't. Ignore the watermarks. Watermarks. Pyramid. Okay. Pyramid. Why are there watermarks on there? That's why. I mean, if it's your own render, you can put your render up without watermarks. I mean, you should post it without watermarks to really identify that it's real. Because you never make a mistake. Yeah, that's true. You never learn. Santa, just make sure you upload stuff without watermark, because if this is your render, then you can easily upload your render without watermarks. You just log in, take your own picture, because this can be very fishy for everyone, and there is no reason why you cannot upload it without watermarks, or else, you know, people will doubt that it's you. The wash texture is with the wash texture? You mean the background of the wall? Yeah, that could be. Could be. It's not on the sword, so not on the ground floor. So I see what you mean there. It doesn't continue the lines here, but try to not get this stuff, because if people really like this artwork and you want to upload it to ArtStation to show off to other people, people will not appreciate if you know, let me just say, steal things from others. So try to do this without. I understand this texture looks cool though, but let's go to the sword. Looks like, what is that? A Rambo sword? Do you have a name for this? It looks really cool. Got like a saw side, a very sharp side here. It looks like, looking at the handle, it's very big. Oh, I kind of see slash is what you've been doing there. You know, it's like these kind of things. Yeah, very good. Used for chopping in the rainforest, maybe. Rambo type of deal. But it's very cool to see something different. But is it a sword, I wonder? What makes a sword a sword? And I'm gonna ask you guys that right now. What do you think a sword makes a sword a sword? Pyramid head sword from Silent Hill. There we get some nice information from Erwin. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, that is a very big sword. That is definitely not a knife. The size is so ginormous that that's not a knife. That is definitely a sword. So yeah, very good. I got my answer here. Very nice. From distance, small picture looks very good. For next time, just try to get your, you know, textures without watermark. You can use someone else's textures though, that is one thing for sure. A Royal Egyptian Corsair with Damascus blades, re-uploading without low resolution background. I haven't seen the low resolution background. This one is of Outmind. It definitely looks something from the Far East, or at least from my place it is Far East. Egyptian type of deal. A little bit that side, because of the gold and the nice blue and the lining of the sword. I only don't know Damascus as place, city. I think it's a city, right? Definitely an interesting sword. It says Egyptian, okay, very good. Just gonna type it in there, and definitely got the looks and the feeling of this, yeah, this deal down here. Never really seen such a thing before. It looks like a scimitar. I know that one. That's very nice though. A little bit of culture here. Very good. Meanwhile, I'm keeping an eye on soccer. Alright. Then we have another one. We're gonna go to a dagger. My apologies. And the first one is of Sergey once again. And I think this is based on the same artist or same style. Once again with the eye, that is the thing I recognize. Once again, I like the combinations of colors in here, which is very good. A little red, purple-ish, pink type of deal. It's a very nice model. Like how it's not perfect down here, that makes it look very realistic. Nice smooth corners. Very nice model. Once again, I wish Sergey would make stuff that doesn't make sense, but he always does a good job at his own style. Alright, then we're gonna go to Berkelmere, the Forgotten Claymore. For me, a Claymore is like a mine, detection mine or whatever it's called, from Call of Duty, which people always like to spam around. Once again, the background Berkelmere, very good. Now, I wonder if this is an HDRI or if it's just a background texture. It seemed like an HDRI with, I can see a little bit of bush type of deal on here. It's very good. Yeah, let me just take a look at the at the shadow and the stand of the sun. It's clearly the sun comes from this side onto it. It's very good sword though. It's only still very difficult to make it super realistic. He's very good at combining those two things. The next step for Berkelmere is to make it super realistic, and that is one of the most difficult things to do in Blender. Super realism. I like the ornaments or whatever decoration type of deal. Looks very good. Better black background a little, yeah, a little focus on this side could be a thing, a little bit blurry, so could add an extra. Got scratches all over the place. Yeah, very good. Alright. But this is a sword and not a dagger, so I need to keep that in mind. Do not mistake in sword and daggers. Then we have one of Berkelmere, which is definitely a dagger. This is a Roman Pagio inspired, which is a tiny cute little dagger with a ton of details on it. So let's take a closer look at this. It is a shame that the cloth underneath is not a little bit more higher detail. You can clearly see it's lesser detail rather than the dagger here. It's just amazing. That is really good. It is, I would say, only a little bit a shame that the texturing is not completely a 100%. You can especially see that at this this line down here, that it doesn't, completely 100% matches up, which make the texture look like it's flat, so it doesn't come out. Down here the texture looks very good. It's a nice stuff on it. On the chromey part, looks very good. Texturing is also very difficult though. You really need to have lucky to that type of deal. But nice details also on the little blade side. Bit of rust. Very sharp edge. Now, I am wondering, can a sharp side like this be this shiny, or should it also have like little scratches as it has been sharpened up compared with the flat side on the top, which looks like it is in use for a long time? Of course you can sharpen it up, but can it be this shiny sharpen up? That is one thing I'm wondering right now. So in this case, yeah, I don't want to go too much on the texturing. I would only like to see this transition a little bit better because it makes it look like flat. The background needs to be a little higher detail, and maybe some scratches onto the sharp side. Even if it's sharpened up, there should be some scratches. It looks a little too clean compared with the side. If anything else, I really think it looks amazing with the details. Very good. Also down here. Then we're gonna go to Crabson. Is this a sword or a dagger? Remind me next time to not do sword and daggers after each other because it's a bit confusing. Let me see, 9.6 and 8.6. It could be still a sword. If anyone know, let me know in the chat. But besides that, deciding if it's a sword or a dagger, I'll leave that up to you guys. It's a dagger, says 3D bubble. Besides that, what I especially like about this one is the combination of red and a little bit blue. Of course there is more white going on down here than blue, but there is a touch of blue. Red blue, orange blue is a very good combination. It gets used a lot. You can have like a very dark night scene with blue moonlight and a hot chimney burning. It can be lava versus ice. So that is always a good combination. They look nice and chromey. They got a lot of detail on the handles down here. Looks very good. Yeah, like this is what I mean. On this side, sharpened side, you see like these little stripes going on as it has been sharpened up. That is just nice. Just a little bit of detail going on here. And it seems like also, yeah, it really be made by craftsmanship rather than, you know, made in like a big factory conveyor belt type of deal, which always look too clean, too unrealistic. This is very nice. Very good. A nice background. Fits in well. Anything that we should change about this? If you guys see something, let me know, because I'm learning too. Very good. I also see like details here. I'm just gonna wait to see if you guys have something to say on this. Judging Crabson's work is always difficult, but if you look very good, very deep, you can find something. Santa says the background seems repetitive. Yeah, you can see the spot here, 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 and here. Of course, there are nodes which you can use in order to randomize it. I have a video for that, but let me just see if I can find it for the ones that would like to know and who don't know about it. Just gonna search it up. It belongs to Andrew Price, donut tutorial, or at least the tutorial where he shows off how he made a mountain of donuts without making the textures look repetitive. He has a special node for that, which I believe is free to use. It is this video. If you would like, you can save it up and watch it afterwards. This video will show you how to get non-repetitive texture without having to use 12K sizes textures or whatever. And then we're gonna go to Tadius. Model took longer than texturing. Is there any texturing? I see a little bit of scratches though. Yes, there must be texturing. Yeah, of course, modeling takes a long time, but it looks rather good. The model itself, very nice. I like this detail here. Very good. It does feel like that the sword needs a little bit work on sharpening. It feels like that the edges are too smooth for that. Yeah, but anything else, the model looks very good down here. I like that. Fits in well. Unless of course you go for something like Sergey, you know, everything is smoothened out, then it will fit in overall cartoonish type of deal, I'm just gonna call it. Yeah, but if you go for realism a little bit, it needs to be a lot sharper. That's the only thing I'm gonna say about that. You hit a honk, yeah, could be. Then we're gonna go to Outmind Sword Breaker. It will snap your blade and make your hold missable. So this is a dagger sword breaker. Looks like you could fit keys in here for some reason. You know? Does anyone agree with me? You're gonna have like, you have this part down here and then I don't know if I'm the only one seeing that. It's like the key. I don't know why I see that kind of stuff. I never seen a sword breaker. It looks, I know that has like this kind of stuff going on. Or other swords have like different type of things to. Oh, okay, there we go. I never knew this was a thing though. So here we have a sword breaker. Seems like it same type of model. A little bit different, but same type of idea. So far I would say very good. The only thing that I like lesser, to be real honest, is there's some nice texturing going on onto the blade itself, and a little bit seems to be going on this. But this part down here looks a little different from both of these. It needs a little bit of texturing going on, or a little material on them to look a little bit more the same like one of these, and the same for the back side. It looks too Blender-ish, like it's missing something. You can kind of see it on here that the whole metal part has the same type of deal. That's a nice one too. So yeah, you can really see the shininess, reflection, light, the material. Anything else? Very good. Nice lightning too. I think you are the only one. Yeah, I'm always the only one. I'm a weirdo. Then we're gonna go to a spare. First one of 3D bubbles. I think this one is made with Eevee. I think. This is always a bad thing. I even used to have this with cycles, that you get this type of deal. It has something to do with the light and shininess, because here it kind of looks good, especially here it looks good. I like this, yeah, it's very much here too. I wonder why. Yeah, I like this idea of a little bit sci-fi type of sword. It gives an idea of an Asian thing versus sci-fi. I like that idea though. Very nice. It's only a shame of the analyzing, whatever it's called. That was very good. Alright. Texture Haven is free, yeah. The second one is of the annoying parrots. Texture Haven is also, I believe, from the same people as the HDRI type of deal. Yeah, you have Model Haven and HDRI, where you can get, you know, the surrounding things. HDRI, where you can get like nice reflections going on onto your scene, which is very good. And yeah, of course, textures. Get a lot of textures, all for free to use, which is very good. And of course, there are way more sites. Alright, first entry ever. I'm quite new to Blender and I work on a school laptop, so suffering a little bit. So let's pay some respect for suffering on a laptop. That's very bad. yeah, on the first eye it looks like simplistic type of model. Um, Now here's always the thing, if you, I don't know for what kind of style you wanted to go for, because at this side it looks like you wanted to go for a smooth style, and on this side it looks like you're gonna go for a more hard style, as in you can see all the lines and edges. But always try to click on smooth. Very important, you need to make sure everything looks the same. Or go for low poly only, or go for high poly only, and then it will look a lot better. In this case, the only other tip that I'm going to give is you can also use a simplistic type of background with a simplistic type of model. Make sure it's totally into the screen, makes it look more professional already. Yeah, I think for the first project it looks good. I remember my first project was like a silly square with a roof on it, and that's it. Like, it didn't even look like anything like this. I just need to show it if you're watching, by the way. If you have this, you know, auto mouse button smooth, and you will see way less. Of course, from certain sides you can still see it, but overall you don't see it anymore. Very good. And I hope you like Blender. I hope you will have a lot of more fun with it. Then we're gonna go to Erwin Spear Assemble, which I think is a cool idea. Having a model which is assembled and a model that is not assembled. Most of the times you should also make it look so that you can also see just like this, that it looks like you really have made it like a good model. You can keep this close, but open is better for more detail, more realism. Very good. It seems like that the spear top is more wider than the stick itself, which is very good. You got different angles. On one picture you made use of brown and blue, which is a good combination. Not too bad. And I would only say, alright, here we go again. I would only say make the end part of the spear more round, because it would feel a lot better in your hands, even if you're gonna poke with it rather than throwing it. Over time, if you poke too much, your hand will start hurting, and I think it would be better if it's rather like a round ending for more comfort. Even in war times you need to have comfort, right? Anything else? Very good. I like what you've done here. Oh god. Then we have one of Santa. It's 42 degrees here. Send help, please. That's a long M. Here again we have a little bit of a combination of simplism and realism, which personally I don't like that at all. It doesn't look good. The model itself looks good. I like what you've done here with the with this piece of cloth or whatever it is. Looks very good, but with the combined with the background and the realism trying to be made onto the point here, it doesn't look good. So or just keep it simple or keep it more realistic. You can also choose for a more simple background, just black, and yeah, so you don't have trouble trying to make the background also realistic if you got your weapon realistic. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say for now. I hope you get it more cooler soon. This one is of Outmind. It is a dragon spear, which I think is a very cool idea. A nice big zoom in here. And this is what I mean with, if you spend a lot of time onto your object, you can also add in a simple background like this. It will work on this way without striping and trying to color it up and that kind of stuff. This model looks really good. Very nice effect, very realistic shapes in here. Hasn't been used a lot. It's very old. It's very good. It also feels like this point here is made out of maybe obsidian or something, that it's more of a relic type of deal. It feels glassy. This down here might need a little bit or more shininess or way less shininess, the same type of deal on here. It feels a little bit too plastic-ish. This down here looks very good. It looks like the material is good. It looks like the amount of detail on it is very good. The same here, it looks very good. Ray says the blade looks like crystal. Well, it could also be crystal, obsidian. I think the color on it gets more affected by the background though. But it definitely feels glassy. It feels like a relic rather than a daily war weapon. But it's very good. I like the dragon wings on it though. I don't know if it's from something famous or not. It's very cool. Oh, here it says obsidian blade. Okay. Then we're gonna go to tech indie soft. I know it's too late. Topic. I like the topic, but these days I'm too busy. School student, can't stop doing Blender. You're just about on the border of being late. If you are a few hours late, it's okay. Don't be too late. If it's about hitting the second day of being late, just don't do it, because it's gonna get confusing and I might be forgetting the entries. This is animation. A lot of shiny tiles there, which is nice little effect. I like the yeah, down here I like the detail onto the tiles. It almost feels a little bit turtle type of texture with seaweed or whatever it is. I don't know what to call it. Sea dirt. That looks very good though. Very fancy. The dagger itself, I like the style of just corner it up here. I don't know if it's a realistic type of dagger. I like this idea though, to see something different. It looks like it's comfort in the hand. You can pull it back because you got this plate down here, which will give you extra strength if you want to pull it back, that it doesn't slip through your fingers. And yeah, the background's just gonna do it again. Looks very fancy. I like the shininess popping up. It's sheet moss. Moist. But very good there. I like it. Are we still at the spares? Oh boy. We're gonna go to Turtle. I made some changes and re-uploaded my entry. Thanks to Outmind and SD Bubble for the advice. Why SD Bubble? We have a simplistic type of model here. I like this simplistic type of model. It feels something that could be in a game, which is very good. Simplistic type of yeah, rope around to tighten up the wood around the crystal. I get that idea. Maybe this is like a certain metal or something. If this would be ropey, then this piece should be more hanging. I like this crystal. The stick is very nice. I like this extra detail here. Simplistic background. The light seems to be good. I thought it was a wand. Yeah, so if this is a rope, it should be hanging, but I'm just gonna take it's like a metal type of deal. Very good, I like it a lot. Then we're gonna go to a bow. Wait a minute. A bow. Yeah, we're gonna go to bow. Man, I need to hurry up a little more. The first one is of Turtle. Turtle also went for a more simplistic type of style, which I once again like. It looks also like a game item down here. It's detailed, it's not too much detailed, it has symbolistic type of materials on it. The model of the bow looks very natural. If it's coming from a tree, it feels magical. I like the way how this piece of rope is attached to it, very good. Little extra detail, I understand this is used for aiming maybe. Nice arrow, not too sharp, not too soft. Also a piece of rope on it, very good. Also here you got some leaves and of course a very important little detail in order to get the string a little bit into it to get some stability, I guess, when you pull it. Very good. Background, very nice. TD Bubble says you miss CBC's entry, did I? Ah, I did. My apologies. Here we have one of created by Chris. Ooh, I like the wire though. Or a piece of rope. It really looks like a rope most people have in their houses. Like it's like a ball of rope. Nice texture. Anything else? It looks a little bit. It looks like it has been made from some type of sea stuff, you know, like sea coral type of deal. You got some net around it, looks like. Looks like it's been made by an islander or something. Someone who came onto an island and needed to survive. He had a piece of rope and there's a net found on the shore, and he dived for some coral and then made a bow out of it. 3D says that rope is either too loose or too stiff. Yeah, I see, you know, it has like these waves in it, but that is what you get when you get a rope off that little ball type of deal. You know, it's never straight. But I get what you're saying there. I think it's too loose and, you know, you need to pull it back in order to get it like tighten up. But just pretend it's like that. There's one thing I would like to search. I would like to search for a seashell because it really looks like seashell or coral type of deal. I would like to see for the shininess just for myself. I think it's good. Some shells have like very less reflection on it. Other shells have a lot of reflection on it, it seems like. Let me see for coral. I'm getting Coral Video Studio. Yeah, the colors are definitely different. I don't know if it really fits in there. I'm leaving it up to the people. What would it be nice is like the green would be like, or the blue would be beach-like and the green would be water, like it just came onto the shore, something like that. Alright, then we're gonna go to Berkelmere Fantasy Bow with Bodkin arrows. I have no idea what Bodkin arrows are. It's just a fantasy bow. Very good. I like when people just make something up themselves. This looks very artistic, on a good way. Yeah, it really looks like a piece of metal plate that has been twisted with some decoration stuff into it. Now, of course, the only thing that I'm going to say is that this might not be too perfect. I get it if you have like one piece of metal that you need to bend into a perfect round cone. No, not a cone. What is it called? Let me see. I got Blender up. It's called a cylinder. Yeah, if you need to roll it up in a cylinder, you always get the yeah, this line down here. So that would make it realistic at one point. I like this idea though. This looks very realistic. The arrows Feels a little bit plastic, while the tip feels very good. And yeah, I'm just gonna take that. The rope looks very tightened up. I like how it's like attached with a little ball on the both sides. So when you need a new one, you just pull it, take it off, and you can put a new one on it. It does look like it's very fragile down here, so don't pull it too much because it will dent. Simple background, very good. Maybe the arrows needed to have a little bit of a different color. Maybe. But I like this a lot. And then we have one of 3D bubbles, late, bow entry, late, always late, but not too late. And once again, 3D bubbles went for this almost ancient versus sci-fi type of deal, which is a very cool combination. Always see that in a lot of movies that go about Asian and sci-fi. That neon type of deal with an old school type of look. I like the fiber in here, glass fiber, neon type of deal. That's really cool, man. Points for having different angles in one entry. That's very good. I like the combination of black / gray and then having some nice red in there. Fits in well. Very good. Take a look over here. I'll bet there is some music coming out of these speakers. Would be nice. Yeah, the string looks like it's a certain metal. It also looks like it is something that can be flexible for pulling it back. Very good. I like this. Good. Then we're gonna go to turtle, which we're gonna go to guns. I present you melee gun, the stick. I can imagine I've been a kid, and as a kid we play war times. We just took sticks for weapons. So yeah, I like how this leaf is like the trigger type of deal. It is simplistic. Remind me of good old times. It looks like a little bit, right, like a sawn-off shotgun, just a little bit, but very good. Then we're gonna go to Frank Duck Hunt, probably the most fun you can have with a light gun. I have one of these laying about. I have used this a lot with Duck Hunt on the old Nintendo. Also good times. Most of the time you're hitting it, and sometimes you think like the stuff is broken or something. Very good detail. I only wish, but I don't know if there are more versions of it, that there was like a little more red in there. Let me see, Nintendo gun. Yeah. Okay, there are different versions of it. Okay, good to know. Yeah, I had like this red one, and Frank made this gray one. Very good. Red one, orange. Very nice. Then we're gonna go to Santa, and Santa made a shotgun. The word gun is in there, so I'll just take it. That's a very nice shotgun. It is. Let me see here. The metal part almost feels 100%. So that's very good. And those things are more simplistic. It's very nice. I would only say that the wooden part, even though if it's like a low poly kind of look or game look, it needs to have a little bit of roundness. It feels a little too square. Just a little. Anything else, I like the details shining through with the light coming. That's very nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna take like this one. You can clearly see that it's a little bit more round. a little bit more. Of course this one is square, but it's just like a different type than this one. But mostly those ones with the wooden part has a lot of roundness in there. Unless it is a sawn-off shotgun, like a hunter shotgun. You got so many different types of it. The sawn-off hunter shotgun is my favorite. Now I know this is a different stock because I've been playing Fallout 4. You can have like different stocks on it. Anything else, I really like it. Yeah, so it's only the wooden bevel that needs a little change. And yeah, points for the shadow details. Sometimes you can show details with shadows. That's an art too. Oh, a few more entries. Then we're gonna go to Burglemere. What else did you think I would make? I'll guess this is... Is this from... Oh man, I don't dare to say it, but is this from Space Marines? A Space Marine Warhammer 4000 type of stuff. I never played it, I never seen it, I never done anything with it, but I do recognize like a little bit of it. So here you go. Space Marine Warhammer gun. Okay. It is crazy, like certain things you know you don't spend any attention to, or you know, you don't bother with it a lot, and you still recognize things from it. Yeah, looking at it, at the gun. This one is one with a short clip. Probably like a larger ammo. This one's more like a MP5 small type of deal. With no stock on the back, of course. There are many different ones. I tried to search for the pistol. It's not there. I like the color. I like the textures. This feels a little... This part feels a little bit too off from anything else on here. It feels a little bit like it's too zoomed in on it. It needs to be a lot smaller. Maybe you've seen it on a reference image or whatever, so then I'm wrong, but it feels like it needs to be a little smaller detail. But anything else, like this looks very good. Texturing looks good. On here it looks good. The background is definitely something different. Yeah. Maybe this thing looks a little too clean compared with the other metal shiny parts. This here too looks very clean. Anything else, I like it. Pretty good. Erwin says sawn off is powerful. That's definitely the type of deal there. Alright, then we're gonna go to TARDIS, gun based on concept art I found on Pinterest. I think people have mentioned that it looks like a little bit like a gun from Grant. I'm not gonna search for it right now. I like the material choice in here, and the colors, the material. I like the model. It could easily fit in a certain cartoonish type of game, I would say. And I'm saying that. I like it. Yeah, good color choice also. But you said it's based on, so it must be good, right? Very good. Anything to change? Maybe a little more tighter render window, but that's it. Yeah, then we're gonna go to 3D bubbles. 3D bubbles made here. Another... Well, this is not an Asian type of gun, because in Asian times they didn't have guns. It feels like a gun that can hold flare bullets or whatever. Like, it has a very big top though. It's like maybe shoot tubes or whatever. And neon fits in well, like it around the screws there. For the finger trigger happy people, they have like this. You can put your finger on here without being trigger happy. This looks nice. Getting shot with this thing is really bad. Very good. I have nothing else to change on that. Then we gotta go to magic staff. The first one is a bug. Let me see, how long am I busy? Just 1 hour? It feels like a lot longer, maybe because it's hot. Will you find the lost staff of power? Why does this staff remind me of one of the villains from the Power Rangers? The old one. I don't know why, it doesn't look completely like it, but you know, it does remind me of it. Look at this guy, so happy. But very good. A staff lost in space. I like that idea. If you want to hide something, just shoot it into space, and the chances that it will be found is very small. Yeah, the staff itself looks really good. I'm trying to look at the materials. It has some, looks like rust or dirt on it. A gemstone. It almost looks like that you've forgotten to put it on smooth on the balls there. I can maybe see like little rusted on it. I like this, the spikes. It almost looks like gas flames coming out. You know, this type of deal, this one, you know, it feels like these kind of flames coming out for some reason. Yeah, the background looks really nice. Very good. And then we're gonna go to Erwin. Oh man, I'm latte. Yeah, very simple model. I like the green, my favorite color. You can almost play pool with this one. The pool stick. Is it called pool? Let's move on. Doing one of 3D bubbles. Yeah, it feels a little bit like a stick that future police would use. You know, they come out of cars and they grab this little stick and they extend it by swiping it in the air or something, and that will extend, rather than a magic staff. I think the only thing that is missing on this one would be, you know, a simplistic type of idea of a gem on top, like a red gem. That would feel more like a magic stick rather than a police battalion stick. Yeah, once again, I like the neon on it. The model looks good itself though. Very detailed, very good. Alright, here we go. I present to you the staff of invisibility, or at least I hope it's there. I may have lost it. Frank asked me if he could still make a magic staff. I said sure, just drop it in. Then 2.5 hours later, he came with this. It took him 2.5 hours to make this. You see? You see it? You might think it's straight up, but it's actually inclined. The bottom is here, the top is here. I like the detail on the bottom though. It is almost like it's like a mini drone or something. It's really crazy. Anyhow, points for adding some detail to the background. Very good, Frank. Invisible staff. I wouldn't want to be the owner of invisible staff. You would lose it all the time. Then we're gonna go to 3D Bubble, and 3D Bubble has made a Warhammer with a very strong metal. This metal has also been used to make the shield of Captain America. It's the strongest stuff on the planet, right? Or in the universe. The reason why I'm saying is because the stick is very thin. You just have to fantasize it's a very strong material and it can easily hold the top. If you would add a little platform here, it could also go for a, what is that? A subway vehicle, is that a thing? What is that called? It's not a subway, and oh man, I forgot what it's called. There's just two wheels and a platform and a stick to hold your hands on. Yeah, two big ends there. I like how it also shows on here a little bit like the top part, but then twisted or turned a quarter. This reminds me of Pico Pico Hammer. I have no idea what is Pico Pico. Let me just Google this. Yeah, Pico Pico. You just basically mean like a very thin handle and big tops, which could also be the hammer of Harley Quinn. You know, she has something like that, or the Joker, or whatever. And once again, I like the style, very good. It becomes a little repetitive though. Alright, no harm. I do like it, but it becomes a little repetitive. And then we're gonna go to Frank. My Warhammer started tonight, finished it tonight, and it looks like shit. This is why I never used to join in with the 30 minutes. Well, the funniest thing is, we already started it in a daily, Frank. So the daily says... Damn, I need to change this too. I thought I changed everything. Yeah. Daily starts until 24 hours later. I need to change this, of course, or whatever. But you don't need to take 30 minutes for that, Frank. If you're here anyways. Which I'll guess he's not. I like how there's like a piece of a flag attached to it. It has its own name. I don't know what it is at this moment. I like the neon type of deal onto the hammer, symbols glowing up. Got some nice rocks. The texture looks a little blurry though. But I like that idea. It feels like it's on top of a mountain or something with a purple sky. Alright, I need to restart the music. Just real quick. There you go. Right, here we go again. Something that could be changed. Maybe the flag needs to go around the handle rather than in there. That's the only thing I'm gonna say about this. Alright, then we're gonna go to Zavala. Yeah, at first the subject was a hammer, but I thought it needs to be more weapon based, so that's why I made Warhammer of it. And you just made a gigantic Warhammer here, even though it kinda looks like a normal hammer. It is very big. I shouldn't mistake in certain things, just like the Silent Hill sword. Oh man, that looks like it hurt. It looks a bit like I've seen like medieval type of deals just like that. And yeah, that would just crush your skull. I like the material on here, looks very good. I like the wood on here, looks very good. The only thing that I like lesser, alright, which is actually a compliment based on the metal and the wood, is that the I just take it as leather or something like that. Looks a little bit out of place. That is the only thing I'm gonna say. I think people would agree with me. This looks just very good. Very nice. Looks like it's new. It looks like it's fresh. I like it. Very good. So just some work onto the leather. Anything else, perfect. Then we have Erwin, custom made by me. Oh boy, another one of these nasty hammers. It straight away looks much more nasty when you got like points on it and sharp pieces and stuff like that. Okay. So I'll guess you put one hand here and one hand there for the grip. Some blood on it. Blood isn't always the easiest thing to do because, you know, if you smash someone's head from the top onto it, the blood splashes here, but it would be doubt that it splashes on the top. Maybe it needs a lot more blood on this side, dripping off maybe. Yeah, but it's just something extra. Excuse me. And the hammer itself looks very good. Simple background. I'm just seeing that you have like, this just faces down. Very good. I like that. Alright, then we're gonna go to Program here. I hope you like it as much as I do. Much as you do. I don't know how much you like it. Maybe I like it even more than you. You're gonna get a problem. Ooh, I like the light versus shadows on this one. It's very good. Erwin says that's a hole. Okay. Another Warhammer 3000 Space Marine type of deal. Wow. Getting smashed with a skull onto your skull. So far so good, sure. This looks like it's dried out paint or something. While the little knobs here are pretty clean. Got a lot of details. The handle looks very nice. So much detail on it. Yeah, I like that. I really like this first picture, very good. Maybe this part here, I'm not sure if you got a reference, because if it's so, then it's so. But I feel like these knobs are a little too clean to fit with this part or the metal. Because the metal, everything seems to have certain texture on it, except for the little knobs. But then we have this one, Jesus, what a detail. That's a lot of details. Ay, see little squares everywhere, all faces, better to say. Is it that bad? Well, maybe not, but I think it looks better when it's smoothed out rather than having, you know, all those faces on it. Maybe it's just the material doing that. I have been doing too much Blender to kinda ignore that kind of effect. Yeah, once again here too, those knobs looking too clean. Anything else looks very good, very detailed, scratches and rust. Oh, that's very nice. Purple light combined with a little bit of blue. That's crazy, man. Ah, only those knobs, Program here. But if it's like this in the reference image, yeah, then I can say a lot about it, but maybe you should give it your own twist and it looks better than the reference. But wow, that yeah, crazy, man. That's nuts. Very good. Alright, then we have one of Outmind. Few made it in time. Plasma powered hammer to set extra crisp. And now I'm seeing this guy, I have to think of the Warhammer or the Sledgehammer from Fallout 4 with a rocket on it. That would be crazy too. Don't know if any of you guys know that. You have different types of it. This dude even made a realistic type of hammer with a rocket on it. You got a plasma hammer with fusion cores on it. Oh man, I need to play this game again. A rocket powered warhammer, that's crazy. Okay, let's take a look at this beautiful plasma. I don't want to be hit by that. You're gonna get real sick if you're not dead in one hit. And lovely details onto, let me just call it a cable. I love the light, it's very soft but warm. Wow, that's really nice detail. Just make one cable red along with the black ones. It's super realistic. Extra crispy. Very good details. A lot of nice scratches, nice model. Very cool details. This looks very good, man. The material here. Feels very realistic. Here the bottom, very good. It's also a nice one. Could easily compete with the one of Berkelmeer, but I also have one thing to say. Now, of course, this can also mean it has been a part that has been replaced. You know, sometimes you replace parts and it looks new. Yeah, but this part looks rather new. This ring around here compared with the rest. But it doesn't look like it's wrong, so just a little detail. I'll just take that it has been replaced. Very good. Oh man, I love the it's so simple. Like most people, including me, would just make like a black cable and don't think about making one red. You see with a lot of audio stuff, you see like having a red cable. It feels right away very realistic. Then we have one of 3D bubbles, which is just an extra because I cannot do anything with this in voting. But I like how you have put everything together still though. Maybe next time put it into the on topic to just show off because I cannot do anything with this. Yeah. What? Are there certain things new in here? It feels like it is, but no, it's not, right? Let me just see here. Yeah, you didn't join up with a longsword, so that's, I thought longsword, it's not in there. You straight away started with the spear, so I see now that you got like the dagger and the sword. My favorite is definitely two things. My favorite is the bow. I really love this bow. The way how it looks. It feels, the material of the string. And I also really like this, let me just call it a battalion stick, which you extend to beat someone's ass. Anything else is cool too, but those two are my favorite. So yeah, sword and dagger, okay. Yeah, I don't mind if you make it just to show it off to people. More people can do that if you like feeling combining stuff. That is fine, but just drop it in the on topic for extra for fun. Where are we at? Ah, that was actually it. Okay. So in this case, we are going to vote. Maybe I should add like a gallery where you can only post artworks which has nothing to do with the competitions, but no talking, maybe something like that. Just let me know if that is a good idea or not. In this case, we are going to vote for the weapons. Of Pulling up there are not too much people watching. It is summertime, there's soccer time, and yep. So the first one we're gonna vote on are the swords. We have Sergey, we have Slot, Santa, Outmind, Berkelmere. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me know which one you like the most, and I will have a go at it too. I need to not forget to put this thing there. We have one for Outmind. Does anyone else? We have one for Sergey. Just keep in mind it is for fun, so you don't win 1,000 bucks with this. Okay, we have 2 Sergeys, 2 Outminds. Anyone else? I'm gonna count to 10. If I don't see any name pop up, then I'm gonna decide. Alright, in this case I'm gonna choose between Outmind and Sergey. Outmind has this Egyptian sword and Sergey has this more simplistic type of deal. It is very clean though. Very simple. This one is... yeah, it's very culturistic. Now I'm gonna be giving my honest opinion about this, right? The thing that I actually don't like is the material texture on here, you know, on the blades. It looks too Blender-ish. It doesn't, for me personally, doesn't fit in. It could be just more clean and then some scratches on it, then I would like it a lot more. That's just my honest opinion about this. I do love the gold, I do love the blue stuff, that looks very good. The model of the blade looks very good, but it's just the texture on here that I do not like. So in this case I'm going to vote for Sergey. Congratulations on that. Save image as 30 minutes. Okay. Right, we're gonna vote for the daggers. For the daggers, we're going to have Sergey, Berkelmere, Crabson, Tardis, Outmind. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me know which one you like the most. And I will only vote if we really have a draw with 2 names. After this we're going to straight continue with the weekly and the winners hall of fame and that kind of stuff I will do afterwards, so you guys don't have to sit here for too long. Because it's hot, nice weather outside, I'm gonna drop in this already before I forget. Spray gun, good. Alright, for the dagger we have Crabson, Berkelmere, Crabson. Does Kodas has his opinion? Gonna count to 10. Okay, I don't see any names popping up just yet. I keep in mind. Okay, there we go. We have one for Sergey. You know, it's cool to let people know what you like. Anyways, in this case, it's gonna be Crabson. He says 45 minutes, but the daily already started last week, so it is legit. Save image as Crabson. Crabson, congratulations. I need to make it clear once more. Also for this week, you can take 24 hours. Let's move on. We're gonna go to the spare. For the spare, we have 3D bubbles, the annoying parrot, Erwin, Santa, Outmind. Ah, fuck. Is Tech Indie here? I forgot his entry. Like, this is what I mean. Like, try to not do this. Okay? Try to not be too late. He says he was, you know, we realize he's late, but try not to, because it's, yeah, or else we need to revote and that kind of stuff. But for the spare, we have Outmind, we have 3D. We have Tag. Tag. Where is Tag? Now this is not a spare, this is a dagger. It's okay. It's a shame, Outmind, so Outmind and 3D. So in this case then Outmind has won this one. Where's Erwin? Did he just ran off all of a sudden? Maybe he had connection fail on the mountain. Oh, and another Outmind. Okay. Ooh. Save image as. Try to stay awake, guys. We're gonna move on straight away. We're gonna go to the bow for the. What the heck is? Gonna go for the bow. We have creations by Chris, we have Turtle, we have Berkelmere, we have 3D Bubbles. Keep scrolling. So that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. It is hot, man. It is hot. Okay, we have one for Turtle, which is just beautiful down here, definitely. Yeah, we have one for Berkelmere, just beautiful down here. We have another one for Berkelmere. Kodash, I need your vote. Erwin, if you're still alive, I need your vote. Okay, so it's gonna be a battle between Berkelmere and Turtle. I have to choose between Symbolism, RT Realism. I'm going to choose for Turtle. Just for the reason being is that I feel like this one is very good, but it's just not it. For some reason there is something that needs to be changed on this one. I'm not gonna look to the transition between those two textures here, but in overall I feel like something needs to be different in order to be 100% perfect. Now Berkelmere is a very good artist. He has a lot of wins on his name, so yeah. So Turtle, congratulations. Good. Then we're gonna go to a gun, and for the gun we have Turtle, Frank, Santa, Berkelmere, Tardis, 3D, and that's it. Need to keep that in mind. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me know which one you like the most. Meanwhile, I'll just take a quick look. Quick note magic. Ah. Okay. Gonna go for some extra points there. Alright, we have TARDIS, we got Berg, we got Turtle, and we have another one Turtle. In this case, I cannot do any extra votes, so you guys decide with this one. So again, Turtle, congratulations. Probably reminding a lot of people of the childhood playing war with sticks and stones. Very good. We are going to move on to the magic staff, which we're going to have Berkelmere, Erwin, 3D Bubble, Frank, and that's it. So that's gonna be 1, 2, 3.5. Meanwhile, I'm gonna check out what did Russia and Finland do. Let me see here. It seems like Russia won with 1 goal from Finland. Very interesting. After this, the next one who's gonna play is Turkey against Wales. Turkey against Wales. That sounds like 2 animals fighting. Turkey and Wales. Very good. For the magical staff, you guys are gonna go 1 3D bubble, another 3D bubble, another 3D bubble, and 1 for Berkelmere. I was expecting votes for Frank. 3D bubble won this one. So yeah, congratulations, 3D bubbles, on your copy that right. Copy on winning the magic staff. For me, police battalion. Good. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, it's too late now. You could have won anyways. In this case, we're gonna go for a Warhammer. The first one is of 3D Bubbles, second one of Frank, third one Savala, got Erwin, Berkelmere, and Outmind. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I know what it's called. It's called a Segway, right? Yeah, a Segway. I don't know, it doesn't look like a Warhammer though, but for some reason 3D Bubbles Warhammer remind me of this thing. I don't know why. For me, it's difficult. I like the one on Berkelmere, but I also like the one of Outmind. Even though the details on this guy are amazing, there is one thing that I don't like. It doesn't look like it has been replaced. It just doesn't look. It doesn't look good for some reason. It's just these little knobs for some reason. It looks like it's a knob on a couch or something, you know, like a soft type of material on a button. Yeah, the only thing I had to complain about Outmind was that the ring looks like new. It doesn't look bad, it just looks new, while everything else is just amazing. But you guys have decided. We have 1 for Outmind, we have 1 for Erwin, another 1 for Outmind, and 1 for Savala. In this case, Outmind. Congratulations on the Warhammer. Outmind number 2. There you go. In this case, this was the 30-minute stuff. We're gonna go right away to the weekly. I will set up the votes maybe right away though. Let me just take the text file. Quick. Winners Weekly. Oh, it has been more than an hour anyways, so. Winner voting today it's 16.6. Subject voting 16.6. It is still the same month. I need to take horror away. Very good. That is it. I'm going to take the names away. While we're looking at it, I'm going to add in the names. The first one is of Santa. Santa put it in 2 entries, which is okay because you're allowed to do 3 projects, so that is fine. I'm first gonna do this one. Don't sit close to the TV. I don't know if I've seen the whole movie though, but I get where it's from. Don't know the name. It's definitely horror. It is freaky. I like those books in here. Very good. A lot of static noise. Ah, very good. You know, for the beginner, I think this looks very good though. I only wonder what is this down here though. Like, looks like a little shot cup sunken into the furnace. But I like the idea here. The light is very nice. The light of the TV is very nice. Very good. You will get there, Santa. Very good. And then we have one, of course, also Santa. This is something that I can imagine something with for a horror. I don't know if it's from a real movie or whatever. But I like this idea of something that hangs outside drying and then the wind blows it away onto a scary ghost. And then the ghost disappears because it got scared off himself. And then it blows up to the window. And like I said, I don't know if it's from a movie though, but I like it. Very good. Alright, I'm gonna straight away put it down. So this will be Santa 1 and then Santa 2. Very good. And then we're gonna go to Blender 1. Living Ghost, character from Adventures into the Unknown, issue 1, I'll guess that is what it means. Issue 1, like a comic book, the first one. It looks like something gone bad with the Hulk, like terribly wrong. It even has like a little bit the hairstyle of the first Hulk from the TV shows. The model of the face looks very good, and here we have like a comparison. It has no nose, red eye, sharp teeth, very good. His clothing, that looks very good though. Cloth right down here. Very nice. The Hulk's on drugs. Yeah. Very good. Okay. Let's distract it for a second. I like it. I like also that you put it in a reference image. You're allowed to do that, which will save me a lot of time searching for it. Very good. Maybe it only needs to cover up a little bit of the shoulders and a little bit on the inside. Maybe that is why it reminds me of the Hulk too much, because he's very undressed, while here it's more on it. Yeah, small personal thing. Okay, Wender 1. I'm just going to put him onto the list. And then we're gonna go to Berklemere. He says, WTF is that thing? Let's take a closer look at it. Santa says the mount looks very good. Invisible Man, it's a movie. Okay. Is that a movie with Kevin Bacon or something? Hollow Man. Let me see, where is that thing? It is down there. It looks like someone has to be done an experiment on an AT-AT or something. It had become black and skinny. It's very difficult to see. It does look freaky and horror-ish. Nice surrounding. It does... Yeah, well... Yeah, it does look Blender-ish, so it's not like a realism type of picture. I wanted to say it's very clever if you have like a realistic picture and you manage to put this in the background though. But nonetheless, it looks very good. Remind me of a Trex. Trex with 3 legs. Or maybe that is a Trex. I'm thinking of a T-Rex, but yeah, you say Trex. Okay, very good. I like the balance of the color and the lighting here. Very good. Alright, so that is burglar mirror. And oh, copy. And then we have 3D bubbles. Quick note, Magic, he says he was doing this meanwhile he was listening to my voice. Definitely look horrific. Yeah, it really looks like it is not a flat image because of the way how the reflection is shown on here. Like it really is a paint material onto the flat surface. You also can see it here very carefully. Now I do have to say it feels a little bit, there are too much smaller details though, but I never put it a bloody hand against the wall. Let me see, reference image. Like you see how there, yeah, well there are smaller details though, I don't know what it is. Maybe there's too much splashy going on. A little lesser splashy here and there, and then very splashy, a little lesser. Yeah, this must be painted. Yeah, I feel like have a few couple of straight lines and then splashy straight lines. But that is that. Alright, let's add this to the list, and I'm going to add this into the voting system. It has been over an hour, so it is legit. Okay, let's add it in. I will let you guys know tomorrow who has, that's not smart. Let you guys, well, you know who can win, but tomorrow I'll let you know the definite winner, the final, whatever I'm trying to say here. And also tomorrow I will add in the subject, which you guys can choose what you like. So there you go. I thank you for being at the stream for today. I really appreciate it. And yeah, next Monday we're just going to continue. And I will try to give it a little change here, let people know it's 24 hours rather than 30 minutes. And thanks for watching.